first ride, and I already noticed the seat is way up my balls. You probably will hear some creaking because of my chain ring, but these are just my old cranks, so don't really care. Now I already noticed that pedaling position is very good, but I gotta go back. And this is a size large, by the way, and I'm 5'10". Yeah, this thing is very good climber. I think it's like 146 for travel. The Reign is Giant's Enduro series, and this thing climbs really well. Yeah, I believe it's around 32 pounds from just carrying it around, but yeah, I got the Yari Ultimate in the front, Fox X2 in the rear, SRAM Kodar brakes, and a mixed match of Shimano stuff. Just for you guys, I'll do more climbing. So this is the first time I've ever ridden a carbon bike. So far I really don't notice any difference. This thing climbs super well, and on like flat roads, this thing, like, that's its standout, I guess. So far it feels like a really good all-arounder. I'm coming off of a Specialized Status 160, so that's like an enduro free ride bike. But I've also ridden a lot of different bikes, like my Polygon in the Siskiyou in 7 that I put a coil on. One of my rotors are rubbing, but oh well. I don't feel the need to lock out the rear shock either. I think the Maestro design is really good. Let's take the hard line. Okay, not bad. Firms up at the right times. So far I haven't had to go downhill, so I'm excited for that. This climb is almost over, so I'll skip to the part where there's downhill. Oh, rear end feels good. Oh, this thing's amazing. I love it. Woo. Oh my god. Let's go walk back up. Riding that definitely changes my opinion on shorter travel enduro bikes. Yo, this thing feels crazy. I really like it. See you at the top. This is bad. I like the bike. Okay, let's start heading down. I love it. This bike is phenomenal. Whew. I am, needless to say, impressed. This thing's ought to be at least one of my favorite bikes. I don't like picking this thing fast. Because of that. I'm sweating so bad, dude. So many bugs. I'm gonna do one more trail. Maybe do it 2 times again because I'm gonna enjoy it so much. I love this bike. This bike is like impressing me so much. With only like 140 travel, or 140 to 150, this thing rocks. I mean, it feels this good, and I'm riding like enduro bikes with like 63-degree head tube angles and 160 travel. This thing is crazy. And you can fit a whole water bottle in here, and it's full carbon. This thing is blowing me out of the water. Yeah, but the status is up for sale. I still love the status, but I just feel like this is better for my riding type. So I'm riding like 20 miles a ride on like incline, flat places. And it's very up and down, so less travel is good. And this is the first time riding the Shimano XT 12-speed shifter. This thing is so good. The shifts are like super stiff. It feels like an XTO or 10-speed. I love it. And this thing bunny hops so good. See this little skinny? Oh yeah. I think this one has a 65-degree head tube angle. I got a 160 fork up in here. Well, I'm gonna list all the bikes I've had. So I've had a Diamondback Mission 2, 2017. And I changed that bike out a year ago, and I bought a Polygon Siskiyou in 7, and I slapped the coil on it. Then I picked up the Specialized Status 160, and now I'm on this bike. And not gonna lie, I think the Reign beats them all. It's just a good medium between everything. It's great at climbing, it's super light, and it has pretty, like, not too crazy geometry, so you can do anything you want. Like jibs, endos 180, endo 180s, 180s. It's just so much easier on this bike because it's so much smaller and maneuverable. Granted, this bike is like $2,000 more than any of those other bikes, but I guarantee you, you can find a good deal on Pinkbike if you just watch the used market. Kenta Hellcat. So we're back on the phone. We're at a parking deck, like somewhere near the trail, but as you can see, the Reign, super sick. So far, super impressed with the bike. I think it's got like 146 rear travel, and this thing feels like 160. And the geometry is not even like anything crazy. I mean, I didn't look too hard because I don't like basing my reviews off of geometry, but from riding this and looking at the geometry, you would not think this bike would ride this good. So yeah, let's go hop on the trails and see if that's true. You know, I'm not used to it being that easy to bunny hop. Oh my god. The bike feels dialed. And I don't even know what settings I'm running in the rear shock. I love it. This is like the ultimate enduro bike for everything. I can't say enough good stuff about this bike. I enjoyed it so much, I'm just gonna do it again. That one was kind of slow because it was kind of wet, but try to go cooking the next run. Well, not cooking, but handle in, tighten the helmet. Oh, that was rowdy. Let's get it. Woo. Holy. Feels like I got a flat. I did not move fast. Thank God. Thought I dented. But I guess you got to be more selective in your line choice with this bike because you won't have as much travel to rely on when you mess up. I think it was just like a rock slapping my rim. Also felt the bottom out, but that's the only time it didn't feel great. But that show, I really don't expect any bike to feel great. That's like where you really want to be on your bike. And the conclusion is, this bike is an absolute beast, even with the less travel than like a bigger enduro bike like a Status or Vitus Summit or anything of that range. I feel like this is just an absolute beast. It just feels supportive, like a bigger bike, but this bike is actually not that big and rides super good. Could be the carbon, I don't know. This is the first time riding the carbon, so I wouldn't know, but it feels really good. So yeah, that's the conclusion. If you can find one, go get one. So that's pretty much the end of this video. I just got to get water and then just gonna head home. Probably another 5 miles, but not 5, 3 maybe. But yeah.